Welcome everybody to the Warwick Valley High School tonight for the Warwick Valley Wildcats versus the Cornwall Central Dragons in an intense league matchup here tonight. The Cornwall Central Dragons enter this contest 12-3, trying to move to a 13th win, while the Wildcats sit at 9-7 in hopes to advance to a double-digit win season. I am Makai Winfrey, and joining me tonight, a different face than usual, we have Mr. Summerlad replacing Anthony Mazza just for tonight. Mr. Summerlad, first time on broadcast with me at least. How are you feeling going into tonight's game?
I'm looking for an exciting game tonight. We had a couple weeks ago, 2-point game over at Cornwall, and Wildcats are looking for some revenge tonight. I'm expecting another close game.
So you mentioned that they lose by 2 points a couple weeks ago to Cornwall in Cornwall. What do they have to do? What are the three things they have to do tonight to make sure they come home with the W in Warwick?
Well, I'd say the first thing the Wildcats really have to do, execute their game plan. Last time they played, they didn't really stick to it as well as they could have tonight. They really need to stick to the game plan. Second is defensively, right? A lot of showtime on the offense, but you've got to really be able to pressure on defense, and we really need to pressure and don't give them a lot of open looks when we're on defense. And then the third one really is to play our style of game. You have to get into our rhythm. We like to be up-tempo, fast, get to the basket, and those are really the top three things we need to do today.
There's always a lot of players on a basketball team that, really embody what we need to do to make sure we come home with W's. But what player in particular tonight makes sure that we come home with the win and move to a 10-win season?
Well, we're looking tonight for a big performance to Garrett Stretnicki. If you don't know Garrett, he's one of the top baseball players looking to play college baseball, but he's looking to make some noise tonight on the basketball court, on the hardwood, and really Garrett's got to be a big X factor for the Wildcats tonight.
The Warwick Valley Wildcats once again enter this game 9-7 in need of another league win against the Cornwall Central Dragons, who are 12-3. Don't go anywhere, because not only are we moments away from tip-off, but we'll be bringing the coverage to you on Warwick Valley Television.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome everybody back to Warwick Valley High School. Again, I am Makai Winfrey, joined by Mr. Summerlad. But before we get too far into it, I'd just like to read our starting lineup for tonight's contest. We have number 1, our sophomore guard of Sean Perez. Number 2, our senior guard of Luca Siebert. We have number 14, our senior forward of Garrett Strednicki. Number 23, our senior guard of Jaden Rodriguez, and number 24, our sophomore forward of Jake Costco. Mr. Summerlad, we're moments away from tip-off. Any final thoughts we have before going into this game?
Well, we saw a great contest a couple of weeks back. Wildcats fell by 2 points to the Green Dragons, but I think with the home court advantage here, give us a little bit of an edge, and hopefully it works out on our behalf tonight.
Also like to note Michael Moinelli, number 5, out with an ankle injury, and Daniel Lepkovich out with a left arm injury for tonight's contest. Tip-off is underway. Warwick does retrieve possession first, and they'll take it up court as Perez has control of the ball. Passes it off to Rodriguez. Looks for 2 early. Sinks it right through the net. There it goes.
Rodriguez back from an ankle injury. He was real excited to get back out there tonight.
Shows it with his first 2 points of the game. Cornwall wide from 3, and that one goes through, and they answer back quickly, getting Cornwall on the board and in the lead. High pass right there to Rodriguez, though, and in another 2 points, Warwick goes right back to respond. That was Garrett Strednicki right there, our key player.
Wildcats starting 2 sophomores tonight with Perez in the lineup for the injured Molinelli.
Oh my God, it's almost a really wide pass right there. Cornwall almost got the 3 though. They get their own rebound. 23 with possession of it, almost lost it. Another shot from 3, no, he takes it in. Strednicki playing tight defense right now. looking for the basket, couldn't get it. Warwick almost gets the rebound. They do eventually get the rebound with Rodriguez, who takes it up court. Oh, and he missed the layup, and there's a whistle that blows.
Quick pace out there. Srednicki playing some real good defense. That's one of the things we said in the pregame. Relentless defense, and he was going to be a key player tonight, and he's starting out pretty well here in the early moments of the game.
As you saw, Costco drew a foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. To try and give the Wildcats a potentially 6-3 lead. His first shot goes up and through. Takes the 2-point lead, 5-3 now.
Even though Costco is only a sophomore, it's his second year starting on the varsity. He also runs cross country in the fall, so he's in pretty good shape. He doesn't get too tired out here.
That's good for the Wildcats because they're going to need him all night. Missed the second one, but no problem as Warwick still gets the ball anyway. Oh, and that one, I might have stepped out of bounds right there. You saw Seaver, he knew he did too. So Cornwall is going to end up checking this one back into play. Number 22 finds number 5, Jack Demetrio. Oh, and he loses the ball. Warwick is gonna get a steal right there. Rodriguez sends it over to Sean Perez. Perez for 2, makes it. Gives Warwick another couple points on the board. 7-3 now.
Nice pull-up jumper there by Perez, the sophomore.
And Srednicki right there, tight on defense, trying to keep them outside of the perimeter. Don't want them to get in. Demetrio looking for 2 right there. Didn't get it. Got his own rebound, and the whistle blows either on him or Costco.
Demetrio, one of the top players in the area, looking to get his 1,000th point tonight. And really the Wildcats are going to have to keep an eye on him all game.
23 shy as they sit. Remember that he put out 43 against Goshen a couple games ago. So he knows he's a bucket. And from the line, Cornwall. They get their first one of the 2. They go for another one.
Unique shooting style by Demetrio. Very rare do you see somebody put that front foot that far and turn an angle, but it's working well for him.
22 away from 1,000. We'll be counting that down all night, and now 21 away. This Warwick is going to check this one back into play to try and respond with points of their own. Rodriguez with the ball now, passing it between him and Costco. Huge pass up court, though, and Garrett Srednicki gets 2 of his own on the layup right there off the backboard.
Nice pass by Perez on that play. Really heads-up play by Perez, dishing it off to Srednicki for the easy basket.
Srednicki playing 2-on-1 defense right there. He was actually successful with it. I think Cornwall might have stepped out of bounds. Oh, no, it's a timeout. Oh, foul. Foul, excuse me. So Cornwall will go to the line right here to shoot 2. 9-5 the score. Number 23. Shot's good. Cuts the lead down to 3. It's a 1-bucket game. He'll go for a second one to try and cut the lead to 2 now. Hear the crowd really trying to get involved. Yelling a little bit, and actually gets involved in that second one. Cornwall somehow keeps that in bounds. Demetrio for 3. Just bounces off the rim. Warwick gets the rebound.
That was Lucas Siebert on the rebound there. Led the New York State in interceptions, and you could see he's a kind of a ball hawk out there.
Showing it not only just on the football field, but on a basketball court too. Srednicki playing tight defense right there. He's been doing well at that all night, but Cornwall is swinging this ball around. Don't want Warwick to be able to keep up, but Jake Costco with a great block right there. And is able to pass this one back down court between Siebert and Perez.
Costco said, "Not in my house."
And Rodriguez for 3, couldn't get that one, but he keeps backpedaling. He's not going to stop the hustle right there. Cornwall so quick at moving this ball around. 23 looked to drive it into the paint, and Costco keeps that one in bounds. And he's going to take it himself all the way up the court before passing it and looking for 2 right there, but that one gets stolen by Cornwall.
Siebert found himself, he was stuck underneath the basket really with nowhere to go.
And Demetrio went for a 2 right there after the whistle had blown.
Fast pace out here tonight. You can see some of the players getting a little tired for only 4 minutes and change in here into the first quarter. They look a little bit winded.
This game usually goes by quick for us, but for them, remember, it's a long 32 minutes that they end up playing throughout the night.
So into the game was Mr. Roman Anderson came in here and given Srednicki a blow because he's been really going at it, both ends of the court, relentless. So Anderson spotted him here.
Started a couple of games ago. So there's Perez right there on defense. Switches off to Siebert now with Demetrio having the ball, passes it away. Cornwall just trading the ball. The players just trying to find somebody open to make something happen. Oh, for 3 right there. That one goes through.
Oh, you got to call that one off the glass.
And Cornwall ties him up 9-9 as Warwick trying to get back to the lead. And Rodriguez, he faked it the first time, and he takes the 2, and he got him with 11-9 down the lead.
He was looking for the 3-point play on that.
Oh, there's a, wow. That was a serious whistle blow
A little
right there.
nickel dimer there. What do you think?
Yeah, that was not sure how Cornwall is going to take that. But a couple of players subbing in and out, as you see right here. It's number 20 checking into the game. Cornwall getting ready to check this one back into play. Jacob Barnett, number 20. So Cornwall, long wait to check this one, and he finally gets it checked in to Jack Demetrio. Brings it way up court. Oh, almost lost it right there, but they were able to keep that in bounds. Shot for 3 right there, makes it through, gives Cornwall their second lead of the game. 11-12 now. Barnett, and that pass gets intercepted and taken for 2, and Cornwall now has a 3-point lead, 11-14.
Wildcats a little bit rattled right now. They're going to have to settle it down here.
They're playing a little fast. I know they like to play that way, but maybe to slow it down would be the beneficial of them. It is loud in here. And a shot for 3 by Siebert.
Big shot by Siebert. You could feel the tide was turning for the Green Dragons, and Siebert was able to change the momentum right there.
Couple whistles blow right there before the shot. And
Wildcats, number 30 came in the game there, Kaminsky, and he was able to draw the travel, a big body in there for the Wildcats.
That helps them try and get back to the lead as they're already tied 14 apiece in the final few minutes of this first quarter.
You can see the Wildcats are missing Molinelli right now. Obviously, he's a very good ball handler. He's going to be playing some Division I baseball at St. John's. He's a real gamer. And, they're subbing in, and they don't have him, so they're trying to do the best they can.
And Barnett almost with 2 right there, but he's not going to get the ball to go through the net. And Cornwall is going to take this the other direction. Cornwall has been so effective at passing this ball amongst all of their players tonight. Demetrio for 2, and he gets it. I think he's now 19 away.
Now in the game, too, Wyatt Vreeland.
And that one broken up. The physical play for the ball. Rodriguez has it now. Passes it away. Kaminsky with it. Now Barnett. Warwick trying to kind of copy the offense of Cornwall a little bit. They're playing a little innovative. Anderson for 2. There's a foul.
He took the ball to the basket really hard on that one. Anderson went after it, drew the foul. Good play. He's making the best out of the minutes that he's getting here.
He'll try and shoot for 2 to take the lead, tie the lead, I should say. 14-16, they're only down 2. First shot, bounces off the rim, not to go his way, but he's got another opportunity to cut it down to 1.
Wildcats first quarter here, and they've already played 9 different people in the game. So that's a lot for the first quarter. That's with the frenetic pace of the game so far.
Trying to keep everybody fresh and energized. You want to keep your best players healthy and energized for the end of the game.
And they just brought Evans into the game, another sophomore in for the Wildcats, number 10. So they're really trying to stay fresh, getting a lot of people involved in the game here early on.
It is loud in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're stomping.
Also, even though it's cold outside, it's a little bit hot in here today. You could just feel the heat in the gym.
That one no good for Anderson either. Cornwall's going to take this the other direction. Barnett and Anderson playing up front defense. Anderson playing really tight for 3 right there. Bounces off the rim. Warwick gets the rebound. That's Vreeland. And now Barnett passes it back up to Vreeland, passing it between each other. And now taking a second to really assess what they're going to do. It's Evans. Barnett, remember, he's only played a couple of varsity games. He got pulled up from JV. Vreeland for 3. Almost just sinked it right through, but got a rebound there from Anderson. He's trying his hardest to hang on to that ball. And for 2, that one goes through. That's Evans.
Nice play by Anderson. A lot of hustle, and he found the open man. And Evans made the most of his opportunity.
Number 3, and I believe that's Wyatt Vreeland, yes. Real aggressive for the ball there. You'll see number 5 will check this one back into play. With just over a minute left in this first quarter. A minute 11 to be exact.
Vreeland, another football player. Got a lot of multi-sport athletes here. He's a tough guy out on the football field, and you can see he brings that into the hardwood as well.
He can take those hits. Anderson right there playing defense, and this one gets checked back in for Cornwall. The Dragons right now trying to maintain a lead. They have it, they have it tied right now, 16 apiece. Oh, and they mistimed pass, almost lost the ball there for Cornwall. They might actually have. I think it went out on the Cornwall player. Smart move there.
That was Anderson again with another hustle play. He's making the most of his time out here.
He bounced it off the other player from Cornwall.
And Anderson also does well on track out in the springtime. He's a fast runner, so he's used to moving as fast as he can out there.
Barnett with control of the ball, passes it off to Anderson. Thought about driving it to the paint. Warwick just keeping everybody in. I think that's Lucas Miller that's checked in as well, number 15 right there. Shot no good, but a great attempt right there.
Another player, and a freshman, only a freshman. So we've seen some young players here tonight, which bodes well for the future for the Wildcats.
Good on Barnett there. I do know it went out of bounds, but good on Barnett to not get baited by that fake 3 right there in the corner. And it looks like Cornwall, yes, will check this one back into play.
Wildcats have played 11 players in the first quarter. That's the most I've ever seen on a high school level. It's not even senior night where they're trying to get people some minutes. They're really getting everybody a chance to get involved in this game.
They're all playing tight defense right now over here. Number 5, Demetrio, couldn't get that one to the basket. And there's a whistle that blows before the shot was off. So
that was tough because there's only 1.4 on the play clock here for the quarter. On the tough time to get a foul, but it is non-shooting. So the Green Dragons are going to look to get a shot off here pretty quick. Look for Dimitrov to get the setup for him.
You got 1.4, so you're going to be checking in and shots up. So I think they're
okay. So they are over.
Okay, no. So it is a foul. Okay, it's a different type of foul.
2 shots.
So Cornwall will try to take the lead. I can't quite tell there.
16. Yeah, we are tied at 16.
Yeah, I was right. 16-16.
Little tough to see from our vantage point over here.
So the first one no good for Cornwall, though. He'll go for a second one to try and take the 1-point lead, and Warwick will have maybe a split second to try and get back on the board. Loud there for the first shot. He gets it through, though, and they're going to hold it out for the first quarter.
Didn't get that shot off in time. I think they were unaware at the time. They were unable to throw a long pass down court. But a heck of a first quarter here, 17-16 with the Green Dragons with the lead. I think we're in for a good ball game after what we saw here in the first quarter.
Summerlad said it better for me. Cornwall Central Dragons currently leading the Warwick Valley Wildcats 17-16 here at the end of the first quarter. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it is going to be second quarter action from Warwick Valley High School.
Hey, Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back, everybody, to Warwick Valley High School for the Warwick Valley Wildcats versus the Cornwall Central Dragons here. Second quarter action. Wildcats only trailing by 16-17 after an eventful first quarter. Summerlad coming in the second quarter. Wildcats, what do they do?
Well, we saw a fast pace there in the first quarter, and we did sub a lot of people. So we've got our starters back in, so they should be pressed. I'm looking for Rodriguez for a big second quarter. He's really been itching to get out there. He's been injured with an ankle, and he's back. And he really didn't get a lot of minutes there in the first quarter. So I would look for him here in the second quarter.
Almost taken away by Rodriguez right there. That one goes out of bounds, though. So number 23 is going to bring it back in.
Rodriguez, affectionately known as J-Rod around here, the halls of Warwick Valley, and he's really looking for a big game today.
Some people like to call him Showtime even. Wonder where they got that from. The Dragons right now trying to continue controlling the game. They've done a decent job at it this far. 13 went for the rim, but he couldn't get it. Rodriguez gets the rebound.
Nice play by Costco there in the defensive end.
Perez had it for a split second. Costco went up for two, couldn't get it. Cornwall takes it back the other way. Running right with him is Siebert. Nicky now. Rodriguez was the one on defense on the shot. Costco got the rebound. And behind the back pass to Perez.
Getting a little bit sloppy out here.
That ball is going all over the place. I think, yes, Warwick is going to check that in.
Yeah, we had a tied up possession there, and it is possession arrow to the Wildcats.
So that'll be actually Siebert's going to check this in. We're still only trailing by 1. No scores so far at the start of the second quarter. Tight window to fit that ball through. Up court pass and 2 points right there. Nailed by Jay Costco.
Great pass by Perez.
Oh, and they got the ball right back and looking for two again. Bounced off the rim. Nicky looking for the rebound, couldn't quite get it though. Rodriguez went for a steal. Oh, and Cornwall lost the ball. Great hustle, but Warwick's going to get it back.
Good pressure there by the Wildcats led to the turnover.
That was one of their keys going into this game. Rodriguez and Costco. Closest by our side over here as they move further up.
Wildcats slowing it down a little bit. Now they're going to work some of the half-court game.
Moving into Cornwall's territory. The Dragons trailing by 1 now after that. 2 points by Costco, who's looking for 2 more. Couldn't quite get it, but a rebound by Warwick. Oh, and he tried his hardest to keep that one in, but no, I don't think that was going to be in. So
he came down with his foot on the line, but it looks like they are giving it to the Wildcats.
Oh, wow. So it will be Siebert to check this back into play for the Wildcats. A little different than I had anticipated. Rodriguez for 2 right off the bat, and he sinks it. And he gives him a 3-point lead now, 20-17.
Nice pull-up by Rodriguez. He had a smooth release on that one.
Just over a minute done in the second quarter. Nicky now playing tight defense. And the whistle blows, I believe, foul. So Rodriguez is going to stand outside and check this back in.
Momentum now on the side of the Wildcats.
So Perez is going to take it up. Takes a second there. Thought about where he was going to move it. Passes it away. Costco for 2. Just bounces off the corner. Couldn't get it. Siebert went for the rebound. Couldn't grab it either. Demetrio for 2. He passes it away. Huge long passes here between the Dragons. And Dimitriov gets 2 right there.
Oh, wow. We had some contact there, and then it looked like Dimitriov got away with a travel, but it was not called, and he picked up the foul as well as the basket, so he's going to look to go to the line for a 3-point play.
I believe he's now, what, 17 short.
It's you were doing a better job of keeping track of that, but that sounds about right. He is looking for a shot. You can see he's looking to go to the hole every chance that he gets.
Don't blame him. 1,000 is a big number. Where he's a senior, so doesn't get this opportunity next year. And the shot at the line is good. Now he's only 16 away. Cornwall ties this game up now, 20 apiece between them and the Wildcats. Costco, huge pass down court. Way open to Siebert, who just missed the layup, and the Dragons got the rebound.
Siebert looked like he was looking for contact on that and wasn't able to put the ball in the basket.
Almost an intercepted pass right there by the body of Shrednick. He's just so big. He's able to step in there. And a steal right there. And Warwick's going to take this one the other way. Oh, and a fake right there, and Siebert gets two.
Nice pass. Siebert that time took his time and let the defensive player go by.
Takes the Wildcats into the lead, 22-20. As time continues to tick off this clock. A shot for three, and it's gone right through. Number 3. Feeling it right after that shot. I don't blame him. And the Wildcats looking to respond, and Siebert does another 2 points right off the backboard.
Great pass by the sophomore Perez. He's really got some good court vision out there for a young player.
Cornwall now trying to take a second, slow the pace down. A lot of points were just scored in that split second. 23 trying to drive into the paint to score, couldn't do so.
Cornwall's got there's a lot of players out there trying to do it by themselves. They don't look like they're as fluid, getting all 5 players involved. They look like they're taking the ball and trying to go to the hole, and he was fortunate to get the foul call on that one.
You could argue playing a little different than they did in the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, they lost a little bit of the flow there. They're trying to get it back here. They'll be taking the ball underneath, and let's see if they have something set up here. Look for number 5, Dimitriev, to come off of the screen here.
I saw a couple players check off. You saw Costco's come off. Anderson's on. So is Evans. And a fight for the ball.
And exactly what happened. Dimitriev came off the screen, and he really got a good look at the basket. He missed, but he was fouled after the rebound.
So they'll check this one back in again. Closing in the final 4 minutes of this second quarter. And the first half entirely. Dimitriev for 2, bounces off the backboard. Warwick gets the ball back. Anderson has it, passes it up. Perez with it, looks for 2, and goes right through and takes the Wildcats lead up to 3.
Nice stop and pop there by Perez.
26-23 now. Under 4 minutes to go. The Dragons passing it quite a lot between 2 or 3 players right there. Oh, and that might be a,
offensive foul.
Offensive foul. I was anticipating that. So no points are good there. So Warwick will take this ball back, and that's Anderson that's going to check it back in.
Dimitriev got caught there trying to do a little bit too much by himself, and it didn't work out. Good defense by the Wildcats.
Charging is a dangerous game in basketball.
Yes, it is. Once again, a lot of substitutions here by the Wildcats. They're really trying to keep some fresh bodies on the floor. Evans is seeing some good time as a sophomore. Vreeland is back in the game. They basically subbed in, it looks like a new 5, just about maybe 4 players right on that change right there.
There's Vreeland right there for 2. Takes the lead up to 5, 28-23. Almost stolen by Evans. I think the only player that's been in this entire quarter is Perez. Might be wrong on that shot there for 2. I believe that was Dimitriev, yes.
Yeah, Dimitriev again taking the ball to the hole. He's really looking to score first. And the Wildcats have been collapsing on him, but he's still been able to find a way to get to the basket.
I'm going to say 14 points away for himself. I know he's got that goal in mind. So, halfway through this second quarter, almost closing in on halftime. Stuttering over my words here. What have the Wildcats been doing really well, but what else do they need to work on?
I think what they've been doing well is keeping everybody involved. When you've played 11 players in the first quarter, it's hard because a lot of times you lose your flow. You don't have a chance to really get in there long enough. But they were able to do that, and I think the players realize when they get in there, they've got to take advantage of their opportunity. It looks a little bit more like a hockey game with the shifts in there. They're on for a couple minutes, and they're giving 100%. And so far it's worked out with the 3-point lead here for the Wildcats.
28-25 in the final 3 minutes of this second quarter. I believe that's Vreeland right there who will check this back in.
Vreeland sporting a nice haircut today. I like that one. He looks quick out there.
Remember, he missed last game. The last game that we covered, he didn't play either, like Rodriguez, so back on the court tonight. It's Barnett, who is swarmed right now, trying to find someone open. He finally found someone. It was Anderson. Whistle blows as he went for two.
Anderson did a good job at taking it really hard to the hole there, and he did draw the foul.
So now he's got the opportunity to get two from the line instead of a layup. I believe Warwick might be subbing a player or two out here.
Looks like J-Rod is coming back in, although he might be in for the shooter because it looks like they're holding him up there.
First shot there for Anderson, no good, but he'll have another opportunity.
Nope.
We see Barnett, there's Evans. Can't on our side see the other two Wildcats, but.
J-Rod is back in the game.
Okay. And I think that's Vreeland on the other side. Anderson's second shot is good. Takes the lead up to 6. 29, or excuse me, up to 4, 29-25.
Wildcats playing a lot more players here than the Green Dragons, and we could see that they're a little bit fresher as we get it back into the second half.
So I believe that is Dimitriev who's going to check it back in here to play. Now under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Dragons trailing by 4. Quick passes, almost stolen, is stolen by Vreeland. He's going to take this one the other way. Takes it all the way himself up to the paint for two, and he got it.
Nice coast to coast on that by Vreeland. He was not going to be denied on that one.
Brings their Wildcat lead up to 6 as the timeout was blown, or called, I should say, and the whistle blows. So we talked about what Warwick's been doing well last time out. What do they need to work on right here to make sure they maintain this 6-point lead?
Well, you know, they're up by 6 now. It's been a tight ball game. I don't think we got more than maybe 3 points, 3-4 points, and now it's up to 6. So they've really got to just maintain what they're doing. They haven't turned the ball over. That's been a big part. Don't turn the ball over. Every possession is important. Get good looks, and they're not being selfish. If you notice, we haven't really seen them take any bad shots, and you can see Cornwall there. Their head coach is a little bit upset with the clipboard right there. He's trying to fire his guys up, and that's why he took the timeout, and hopefully Warwick is able to continue with the pressure.
Is there anything else Cornwall needs to do efficiently to make sure they get themselves back in this game?
Well, they need to get a couple more players involved. It looks like Dimitriev, he might be focused on 1,000 points because he is obviously he's a great player. He's their best option. So he's going to take any chance he can get to the basket. And the Wildcats have been able to collapse on him a little bit. And they really got to find the number 2 to help him out.
Having other options as shooters has been a strength of Warwick all season, not even just in this game. Final 2.5 minutes now. Huge quick pass right there. Cornwall moving quickly. They're in a rush. Trying to get it to the basket right here for 2. Bounces off the backboard, couldn't get it. They got their own rebound though for 2 again. That one goes through, cuts the lead down to 4.
Nice play there to number 23. Got physical down there, got the rebound, put it back up.
Rodriguez checks that into Vreeland.
Green Dragons are out here pressing now, going to make it a little bit tougher on the Wildcats.
More physical. Anderson for 2. Couldn't quite get it. Almost rebounded there by Shrednicki. Couldn't get his whole hand in there. That one might be out of bounds, though, on Cornwall.
No, I think they called Anderson.
Call Warwick?
Yeah, Anderson missed a shot. He got a little frustrated there, and they called him for the reach-in.
So Cornwall is going to take this back in control.
Anderson's been playing some pretty good defense, though. He's relentless. He's quick. And he's up to the challenge of covering Dimitriev.
Warwick playing tight defense. Rodriguez missed his step right there, though. Oh, and that one bounces off the rim, so it won't matter this time, as Warwick's going to take this one the other way. Shrednicki was the one on the rebound. Passing it all the way around the outside of the perimeter. Siebert with it. Now Anderson.
Good ball movement by the Wildcats.
Vreeland has been all over the court in this second quarter, and he shows up again with another 2 points.
Nice pull-up by Vreeland. You could see the release. He got up pretty high, had some nice touch on that. The mid-range jumper's kind of gotten lost with the whole three-point game, but Vreeland with a nice pull-up jumper right there.
I mean, 2 points is always good points, right? If you're the Wildcats, again, we're now in the same spot as we were just a moment ago, up by 6.
Yeah, I'd rather see a good look at a 2 than a 3 that maybe you don't get a great look. So Vreeland took advantage of that, and you could see he looked confident pulling up. He's kind of in the zone right now. And the Wildcats playing with some confidence up 6. You could see it. They got up, look at the huddle. The timeout was called. The Wildcats all jumped off the bench. And since they're playing so many players, everybody feels involved.
I mean, so many players are playing, but we don't even talk about how much they're scoring. I mean, I think we've counted at least 6, 7, maybe even 8 guys have been at the basket tonight.
I mean, again, they played the 11, and that's with Molinelli out, and they've still got 11 players in there. So everybody is really chipping in for the Wildcats.
Oh, wow, a really physical play. I think Dimitriov landed on Vreeland, if I saw that correctly. Good sportsmanship to help each other up right there.
So it looks like they called the charge. He ran him over. Good defense by the Wildcats. And that'll be another foul on Dimitrov. And he's actually going to come out of the game after picking up that foul. They don't want him to get another one with 1:20 left in the half.
Really physical play. It's like a football tackle mid-court. Perez with the ball. He's back in the game. There's Rodriguez and Siebert. I think most of our starters are back in now in the final minute or so of this quarter. Rodriguez bounces off the rim, though. Couldn't get that one through. Cornwall's going to try and score quickly. Cut their lead down from 6. For 3. Bounces off the rim. No good. 2 taps, and it's rebounded there by Rodriguez after Vreeland kept it in. And Perez hands that one quickly off to Siebert, who gives it up court to Srebnicki, who puts it up for 2.
Great look by Siebert. He found the open man under the basket.
Final 30 seconds as we continue to tick down. An 8-point lead for the Wildcats.
Green Dragons cannot hold for 1. There's about 3-second difference on the play clock, on the shot clock, rather.
They got to take either a 2 or a 3. Any points or points, that might be a travel.
Ooh, well, he called the block on that. A little tough call. Siebert looked like he was there, but he didn't get the call.
Maybe they saw it a little differently. I thought I saw 3 steps right there. But it doesn't matter, as Cornwall will go to the line to try and cut the lead down from 8. 35-27 in the final 20-30 seconds here.
So they called that foul on the floor, so it's not shooting. It's going to be inbounds.
Okay.
Here for the Green Dragons, 20 seconds. So they can hold for 1.
It is their, obviously, discretion here to try and keep the ball. They won't do so. Misses his shot for the layup. Warwick. Rodriguez just football chucks it down the court, but it's intercepted like a football. Number 1 got it. Final 5 seconds. Dragons, they need a shot for 3. Good, right at the buzzer. Number 23.
Crazy turn of events. J-Rod got a little carried away there, threw the ball away. The Wildcats could have held for 1, and they were up 5. They had a shot to go up 7 or 8, and instead turnover, hit the 3 at the buzzer, and now it's only a 5-point lead. So great half for the Wildcats, but Cornwall has a little bit of momentum on their side with that 3 right there going into halftime.
So that is going to wrap up our first half of action and the second quarter as it stands. The Warwick Valley Wildcats leading over the Cornwall Central Dragons 35-30. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we have second half action.
Mike Rowe on the student organization known as Skills USA.
Well, everybody talks about high unemployment. It seems to me that the real problem is the skills gap. There are opportunities available, millions of them. Skills USA is on the front line. They're encouraging soft skills, specific skills. They're the connective tissue in between the opportunities that exist and the hopes that a lot of parents and kids have for their own future.
Learn more at skillsusa.org and microworks.org.
Skills USA, champions at work.
Welcome back, everybody, to Warwick Valley High School here for third quarter action and second half action between the Warwick Valley Wildcats and Cornwall Central Dragons. As you can see on our frame, we're already back to the action quicker than I can get going for. And Cornwall's got the ball right now, number 5 with it. Passes away.
Well, we did have a frantic first half, so we'll see how things get here in the second. Oh!
Went up with it.
And they called Costco on a foul there. It looked from here, it looked like he got all ball, but we are ways away from the action.
I'd like to confirm Jack Dimitriov is 13 away from the 1,000 point. We are keeping track of that as well as the game. And now, no, still 13 away as he misses the first one, but he'll still get a chance at the second one and also try and cut Cornwall from 5 down to 4.
1,000 points is a major accomplishment on a high school level, especially in the boys, because you tend not to play on the varsity as a freshman, get as much playing time. So he does cut it to 4 here.
And now he's only 12 away. Warwick's got the ball now between Rodriguez or Srenicki getting involved, and that's Costco. And Siebert for 2, bounces off the rim. That one goes out of bounds on a Cornwall player.
Ooh. So the Green Dragons decided to press there. They did call it off of Wildcats. It was hard to tell by his signal there because he had a little bit of a pause and he pointed the other way. But now the Wildcats are going to press as well here.
Dragons take it all the way down, looking for 2. That one gets stopped, though, and Warwick takes the ball back.
Costco with a nice block there.
Warwick for 2 of their own again. Couldn't get that one to go through either. And now Warwick, I believe, is going to go to the line. No,
looks like they're calling that one on the floor as well.
On the floor, yes.
In the NBA, they would have given them the shots, but here on the high school level, they did call it before the shot.
So Rodriguez will check this one back in here for Warwick and try and hopefully get their lead up from more than 4. Passing this ball around really quickly right there. Rodriguez passes it up to Srednicki. That one gets taken, though, by Cornwall, and now he's going to look to go the other way with it, but that one gets intercepted. And looking for a layup? No, and he just overshot the air ball, but keep it in bounds, but Cornwall gets it. Very quick sequence of events, and now Cornwall takes a split second to slow down the game, but it's almost stolen.
A little bit frantic there for the Wildcats on that end of the floor. Hopefully they can play a little bit better here on defense.
Cornwall really trying to get back to the paint, and that's where they're comfortable. But they've been shooting threes, too, lights out all night. Passing it between their players. Demetrio for 2.
Ooh.
Whistle blows.
Tough call there on Siebert. You could see he looked around like, who, me? Looked like there was good defense there, but unfortunately the foul was called, and Demetrio will head back to the line.
Cornwall trailing by 4, 35-31 here in this third quarter. A little over a minute has passed as he goes for his first of 2. That one bounces off. But he'll get another chance to cut it down to 3.
Got a little bit of a football score here, 35-31.
Yeah. Even with the extra point here. Demetrio. Shot is up, and it's through. 11 points away he is, and 3 points away is the Dragons. Costco and Rodriguez trading the ball. They've got Srednicki right up there as they give it to him now.
Good
Pass
ball
to
movement.
Costco. I was going to say you're right with that, with good ball movement. Costco was the one who had it, but that shot not to go through. Cornwall looking for 2 right there. Shot is up, bounces out, and there's a fight for the ball. They both fell for it.
Another tough call on Siebert there. He was fighting for the ball. Demetrio fell to the floor, and sometimes the superstar player does get the call. And that's going to send Siebert to the bench with another foul.
Try and make sure he doesn't foul out. Interesting strategy right here. So Rodriguez.
Running a little bit of a stack there for the Green Dragons on the inbound.
Playing tight defense. Now they're kind of playing a little farther off now. Playing zone. Cornwall just passing this ball around, taking their time, not in a rush. Almost stolen right there by Jaden. And he does get it this time. He reached in twice. Second time was the charm. Looks for 2. Just bounces out, though, but they got the rebound. That's Anderson who's in the game. Fancy footwork there by Perez. Good to keep balance. Rodriguez has it now. Anderson and Costco getting involved. Costco for 3. Sinks it right through. takes Warwick's lead back up even further now.
Nice shot there by Casco.
38-32, a 6-point game here for the Wildcats. In control, the Dragons trailing. Passing this ball out, a shot for three, bounces off the corner of the rim, rebounded by the Wildcats. That's Rodriguez, who passes it way up court to Anderson, who fakes for two initially, misses it, but a whistle on the rebound.
That's going to be Casco on the foul there.
That's Dimitriov who got the rebound. So this will change who gets possession of the ball. Not change, excuse me.
Vreeland back in the game for the Wildcats.
Number 23 is going to inbound it. Pass it all the way to his right. This one gets popped away by Rodriguez, though. Regains control for Warwick. Trying to find somebody open to pass it out to. He finally did with Perez. Anderson now with it. Wildcats just passing it around pretty quickly. Rodriguez looked like for a second he was thinking about a three, but he chose not. Oh, and a quick pass right there, but that one gets stopped. But Anderson got the rebound. Out to Vreeland for three. Got it right through, and that takes the Wildcats up to over 40 points, 41-32, a 9-point lead.
Great ball movement there by the Wildcats.
Rodriguez went for a steal. He actually kind of got it, but they lost possession of it, so Cornwall still has it. Dimitriov looking for points right there, couldn't get it.
He forced that one.
Rebounded by the Wildcats. Cornwall starting to slip a little bit. Wildcats need to take advantage while they can. They've already extended their lead to 9, biggest lead for any team of the night. Rodriguez with it now. Looking to pass it somewhere. Finds the open player, that's Perez. Drives it up. Shot for two right there is good. Number 14, Garish Rudnicki.
Great court vision there by Perez. Looks to pass first, and it worked out on that possession.
Dimitriov passes that one away, and for three for Cornwall, and he got it. Actually, is that going to count as a three? It will count as a three, yes.
That was a big shot. They were down 11, cut it to 8 right there. Able to stop the bleeding there for the Green Dragons.
43-35. There's 11 points unanswered, and Warwick for another two, and he got it. Sean Perez, sophomore.
Nice stop and pop by Perez. He looks really good out there for a sophomore.
A star for Warwick. Dimitriov went looking for another two almost right there.
Another call Dimitriov got. It looked like we were going to get a charge there, but didn't work out there for the Wildcats. So he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Remember the lead as they sit, it's 45-35, if I'm correct looking at that. So a 10-point game. With less than 3 minutes already in this third quarter left to go. It's been a really quick quarter. His first shot is good. He's only 9 points away now, or excuse me, 10 points away now. Looking to make it 9 if he makes this one. And also Cornwall only down by 9 now as they sit. That's why I said it. 45-36. See, Barnett is in the game now, number 20. Dimitriov, his shot. Second one, no good. Warwick gets the ball.
Nice rebound there by Anderson. Nice box out.
Oh, I thought Rodriguez was going to take it there for a second. But no, it's going to be a 2-point layup there from Vreeland.
Good heads up there by Rodriguez to find Vreeland wide open under the basket.
I think that was Anderson right there. If I saw it right, he just chucked that one out of bounds, even though he knew it would be on him. Just trying to stop the momentum. He thought Dimitriov would have a breakaway right there. That one way backwards, though, for Cornwall. See Perez playing tight defense. Warwick not as tall as some of these other Cornwall players, so they're at that disadvantage. They got to play speedy.
Another nickel dimer there, which if you don't know is a little ticky-tack foul. Old school there, nickel dimer. That's one that they had going back to the old CYO days in New York City.
Learning something every day. So 47-36 as they sit. So the lead's still 11 for the Wildcats. The first one, no good.
Got an unusual, everybody has their own little repertoire here at the line, but we got an unusual here, number 22, with spinning the ball a certain way.
Yeah, really loud this crowd does, making sure that he doesn't make his shot. You could hear right there, and he missed both of them. Oh, a player caught it right to the face.
Anderson with a nice rebound.
Rodriguez has a breakaway for two, and he got it. I think his hand hit I think that counts as a dunk. I'm going to count it for our sake.
We'll give it to him.
We'll give it to him. 13-point lead now, 49-36. Shots up, rebounded by Warwick. It's Barnett with it. Gave it away.
Wildcats really taking control of this game. Green Dragons falling apart a little bit.
Rodriguez around the outside, looks for two again. Bounces off the rim, but Anderson got the rebound. Oh, no, he didn't. He lost it, but Demetrio, there's a whistle that blows as he had the ball.
Little reaching. Uh-oh, J-Rod there looks like he's had that ankle problem. He's going to come out of the game there. He had a really nice stretch here, but unfortunately it looks like he re-aggravated that ankle injury.
Got to keep him healthy, especially with the playoffs just right around the corner, and assuming that they can keep up a winning streak, you know, don't want to have him hurt, so obviously take him out of the game for a little bit. Demetrio is going to go to the line here. His shot is good. Takes Cornwall up to 37 points. They're only down 12 now, and he's only 9 away.
So Shrednicki back in the game. Some senior leadership for him as he comes in to replace the other senior, Mr. Rodriguez.
And we see Rodriguez right behind us. Just came back in to get some medical help. Number 5, Demetrio makes both of his shots, cuts the lead down to only 11, and he's only 8 points away from 1,000. 49-38. Anderson passes that one up to Perez. Almost lost it right there, and he does lose it eventually. Anderson has got to get to him, but he couldn't do so.
Another 2 for Demetrio there. He looks a little bit like Joe Girard III, the all-time leading scorer from Glens Falls, who played at Syracuse, taking over the game, and we had a miss there by Vreeland.
He's only 6 away now. I know he's keeping track of that in his head. Shot for 3, and it goes right through. That's number 1. That's a different player on the Cornwall team.
Quick turnaround now. They're only down 6, so the Green Dragons getting themselves back in the game. Warwick's going to have to weather the storm a little bit here.
49-43. A miscommunication right there, though, is going to allow Warwick to get the ball back and stop that quick run that Cornwall just went on.
Ever since J-Rod went out of the game, it's kind of gone the other way for the Wildcats.
He's come back out here onto the side as Anderson is going to get on the sideline here to check this one in, and he does to Perez. 49-43, the Wildcats. Final 30 seconds of this third quarter, or 50 seconds, of this third quarter. Vreeland 1 for 2. That one gets knocked out by a Cornwall player, Demetrio.
A little bit of confidence now. The momentum has shifted a little bit to Cornwall, and they're feeling it here. And nice effort on the defensive end, but the Wildcats do get another possession.
So Vreeland is going to inbound this one. He's got it to Barnett. Rodriguez is back in the game. He was out pretty quickly. Barnett makes a guy miss. He went for, looked like he was going to take a shot right there, but that one kind of got blocked. 13 drives it all the way up court. And now the Dragons just passing this one out. Oh, and an intercepted pass right there. Demetrio gets the ball back, though.
Demetrio calling for the ball.
Teammate goes against it, passes this one away for shot for 3. Just bounces off the rim, no good. But Cornwall still has another chance. Another attempt at a 3. No good that time either. Demetrio has it himself now. What does he do with it? He goes to the rim for 2. Couldn't get it either. 3 attempts right there, and I don't know who that one went out on.
A little helter-skelter. It went off the Wildcats there. Demetrio is trying to take the game over, but the shot would not fall for him. But it will be the Green Dragons with the ball. 2.6 seconds left.
So this is going to be a pretty quick shot if they're going to shoot it off. And there it goes. Bounces off the side, and that one is going to end the third quarter of play for the Warwick Valley Wildcats, who they had a big lead, but they're going to come limping out of this third quarter a little bit there with Cornwall stacking up some points at the end. So with that, that is going to wrap up our third quarter of action here between the Warwick Valley Wildcats and Cornwall Central Dragons. Warwick leading 49-43. As we come back here next time, it'll be fourth quarter of action.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
We are back here at Warwick Valley High School for our fourth quarter of action between the Warwick Valley Wildcats and Cornwall Central Dragons. Warwick up 49-43. Summerlad, 6-point game. It's been about this game since the second half. What does Warwick need to make sure they do? Stop the bleeding, as you may say, that Cornwall just put up a bunch of points on them.
Well, if you just watch the huddle there, we haven't talked about Coach Mackey, but he was really showed some passion in the huddle there and was really directing his troops on exactly what he wanted to do. So Cornwall's going to come out here with the ball, and he was really trying to set up some of the defensive stop here that he's looking for the Wildcats.
You see Perez there on defense.
And the Wildcats once again in a man-to-man defense.
Love playing that defensive scheme. Oh, and I think Cornwall lost the ball. Vreeland has it in his hands. Had it in his hands.
We do have a tie-up possession. Surprisingly, nobody tried to call timeout for Warwick. That might have been a good time to do it, but they do retain possession here.
Some may call it luck. Some may call it skill. We don't know. But Vreeland is going to be the one that's going to take it himself to inbound it. He gives that to Perez. Remember, Warwick is playing without some of their top players here tonight. So that might be affecting a little bit as well. Oh, almost a three was made right there. I believe that was Evans from the corner. It was.
That was Evans. He's got the ball again.
He was really close that last one.
Oh, nice play there by Srednicki.
He gets another 2 points on the night. Takes the lead back up to 8, 51-43. Dimitriev looking to go to the rim, and he's got it. He's only 4 points away.
Evans came over, tried to draw the charge, but his feet weren't set, and he slightly slid over and leaned across, and it's going to be a foul on Mr. Evans.
And he's got a chance to cut not only the lead, but also cut the deficit to 1,000, as I've been documenting all night. That shot, no good, bounces off the rim. Warwick's got it. 51-45, 6-point game. Huge pass to the corner. That's Evans who went for two.
Oh.
That one gets blocked.
Dimitriev on the defensive end now.
Playing both sides of the court. And he's going to take it for himself. He wanted to at least, but that one gets kind of ripped away, and Warwick is going to bring it the other way. Perez, great handle right there. Made two men go to the position, and he got the 2 points to go with it.
Shake and bake on that one.
A great job right there. He puts up two of his own. And Cornwall trying to respond with two. Whistle blew, so obviously that basket won't count.
Perez doing a great job here filling in. Only a sophomore, but he looks like a senior out there with his leadership. He's been careful with the ball. Very impressed by the play of Mr. Sean Perez.
Easy to get tired as not a starter usually, but showing that he's more than capable. As 23 goes to the line to go shoot a free throw. That first one's no good. He'll get another opportunity at it.
So the Wildcats tonight playing without Michael Molinelli and also Danny Lupkovich. So a little bit of a challenge, and they're playing a lot of people, and it's worked out with an 8-point lead here early in the fourth quarter.
And almost every other active player has touched the ball at some point tonight. 23, he takes his second of 2 attempts. He missed his first. And that one no good either, but Cornwall still gets the ball. A shot for 3 right there, just overshot, and Perez has the rebound. Warwick trying to maintain their 8-point lead. It is getting loud here in Warwick. He cannot find anywhere to go. He is trapped. He's got to find somewhere to pass the ball out to. He finds Rodriguez for 3, and he takes it.
Big shot by J-Rod there to go back to double-digit lead for the Wildcats, up 11.
56-45. Anderson playing trailing defense right there. And Dimitriov gets 2, meaning he is only 1 away.
Cornwall going to call a timeout there. They're probably going to set up. Expect them to press here on the defensive end. They can't afford to let Cornwall go. They can't let the Wildcats go down and just take 30 seconds off the game clock. So they're going to try to pressure them. Hopefully, for them, they're going to get the Wildcats to turn the ball over. And Coach Mackey now trying to urge his team on as we are sitting here just under 6 minutes to go in the ball game.
I was going to ask you, what does Cornwall need to do to get themselves out of this hole? They're down 9. It's a bit of a tall task, but it's doable.
Well, they're going to have to step up their defensive game here. If you're down 9, you can't be letting the other team score too much. You're not going to be able to come back. Also, I mean, Dimitriev's playing a heck of a ball game here, but he's been almost a one-man show on offense. They need to find some other options really to help him out. He's not able to do it all by himself.
Remember, he is up 22 points tonight. It's still an incredible feat. He's only 1 away from 1,000. I know he wants to hit that.
He does, but he's also got to worry about the team here because
that's the conflict.
That's your number one goal, is to win the game.
And as a team, they're down 9, 56-47. Anderson to go to the paint. Missed the 2. That one goes out of bounds.
Ooh.
They're going to call it Cornwall's ball. The Dragons in dire need to change the tide of how this game has gone. They were just only down 6 when we came out of the last third quarter. It was opened up to 11. That 2 by Dimitriov just before the timeout to 9. Dragons with it now. And I think
he fell down, so that is a travel.
Just a misstep right there. Very uncommon. You see, usually these guys are really good with their footwork, but mistakes do happen. Siebert is going to be the one to inbound it right here.
Tough break there for Cornwall. Down 9, you can't afford to give up a possession like that.
Most teams that win games win the turnover battle. That's Costco with it. Passes it into Shrednicki, who gets 2 right there. Extends their lead back to 11, 58-47, whistles blow.
Another timeout by Cornwall here. Nice touch on that play by Shrednicki. He's out here really showing some good senior leadership tonight. He's played a heck of a ball game here for the Wildcats.
You know, I was going to talk about him a little more. He's our key player tonight. Shrednicki, he's been a big part of this Warwick team all season. He's not actually been a starter that much as he's on the court. How much of an impact do you think he's really shown tonight?
So here's the thing. I have Garrett in class, and he's taken all 3 of my business classes here at Warwick. So I know him very well, and he's kind of calm in class. But when he gets out here on the court, he does his talking on the court. He's ferocious. He's intense. He really is a competitor, and he wants to win, and he's really stepped up here tonight. With Molinelli out here, you lost a key senior, and, you know, J-Rod's been battling the ankle injury. Siebert got in a little bit of a foul trouble there for a little bit, and Shrednicki's really stepped up. If you just watch him in the huddle there, he's the guy sitting in the middle, and he's really, you know, urging his team on. He's kind of been the glue tonight for the Wildcats.
Every time they need a 2-point board, he has been right there underneath the basket. So as Warwick trots back onto the court for the final 5 or so minutes of this game, the Dragons trailing by 11, they have to respond if they want to find themselves with their 13th win, or they'll have to have a 4th loss. Quickly passing this ball around. Dimitrio for 1,000 points in his career. And with that basket, I don't know if he really realizes it. That smirk on his face, he might.
So they are going to stop the game here.
Yes, they are, because that is the 1,000 bucket. 1,001, if you want to be exact. Congratulations to him. Obviously, sportsmanship here between
and they're just announcing it here. The Warwick crowd is giving him a nice round of applause, as well as the Cornwall faithful that have made the trip over here to support their team and their player.
1,000 points is a feat that not many people get to hit in a high school career, or really sometimes any career. So you always want to celebrate that. and see a kid celebrate that moment. The
And
senior, obviously.
You can see the emotion for him. I mean, the thing is, in high school, you don't really play that many games. You're lucky if you're playing 20 games a year. It depends on what happens in the playoffs. So, and most on the boys' side are not really starting as a freshman. So how many games are you really getting? Probably 60 or so games in high school. And that's going to mean you're going to have to average probably 17, 18 points a game to hit 1,000 points in your high school career.
Not counting injuries or any other potential factors that play contribution. But while one task is done for him, they have another one to complete, and that is to get back in this ballgame because they are still down 9 to the Wildcats. And Warwick is not stopping now as there's a whistle that blows.
Good ball movement there for the Wildcats. Cornwall put some pressure on them, but if you noticed, Warwick did not get frantic. They were calm with the ball, and they were able to get the ball down in good position.
That's why Siebert is able to give that one really quickly off to Perez, who now has it with Costco. Back to Perez, though. He takes it in and back out of the perimeter. Rodriguez, looked for 3 for a second there. Thought about it.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. No reason to force it. Smart play by J-Rod there.
Costco, he had 3 guys just all over him. I was surprised he even was able to rotate like he did. But that one is going to send him to the line.
Costco here, only a sophomore, but he did start last year as a freshman, so he does have a lot of experience here. And as I said, he runs cross country, so he's a guy that you know is not going to be tired here in the fourth quarter. He's really going to be able to keep running up and down the court. He has been electric all season, and really his entire varsity career for this basketball team. His shot goes through, and that's going to take the Wildcats up to 59 points, extend the lead to 10. Maybe even make it 11 here if he can make his second basket. Final 4.5 minutes or so in this in this basketball game. Second shot is good, and the Wildcats hit 60 on the night, 60-49. Demetrio had the ball. Cornwall passing this one around, and that one gets deflected out of bounds on Warwick, though. Good defense. They kind of went to double team Demetrio, made them they give up the ball there. So good defense by the Wildcats. Perez playing really tight, almost got that one back for himself. Cornwall is cornered in a little bit. Warwick trying to be able to get this ball back. Remember, again, an 11-point lead. While it's kind of big, you don't want to allow Cornwall to start to build some momentum. That would be the last thing you want to do. And Warwick's going to get the ball back right there with Perez. Nice play by Srednicki. He tipped it away. He was able to get the steal. Rodriguez has it. Back to Perez. Now they take a second to reassess. Wildcats working some clock here. Costco for 2. Is good. 62-49. Takes the lead up to 13. I think that's the biggest it's been all night. At least ties it. Cornwall running out of time here. They need to get points off. Every possession has to count. Looking for 2 right there. That's Demetrio again. He gets it. Just adding to that total. Another timeout here by Cornwall. They're going to try to set up on the defensive end. Look for them to press Warwick. Warwick's going to have to make sure they're careful with the ball. You don't want to have any turnovers here. I was going to ask you what they need to do defensively. You already answered my question before I got to ask you, but I'll ask you what do they need to do offensively. They're trailing right now by 11 in the final 4 minutes of this game. Well, they're going to have to put some pressure because with a 35-second shot clock here, they can't have Warwick, taking 30 seconds off. That would knock it down to 3 minutes in a game. So they're going to try to pressure, and when you pressure, sometimes you can create offense off your defense if you can get a steal. So that's what they're going to look to do here. Warwick's got to be pretty smart. Warwick does have a bunch of good ball handlers out there. So they've been pretty good. The turnovers have been low in this game. Consider it's been a little helter-skelter and frantic out there. The Wildcats have kept the turnovers pretty low today, and they've got to continue to do that here for the remainder of the game. The Wildcats, again, leading 62-51, an 11-point lead. Remember, they're 9-7. They went on a bad losing streak midway through the season. They're trying to make a comeback, and they lost to Cornwall in Cornwall earlier. They're trying to redeem that as well
as they try and get to 10-7 and send Cornwall down to 12-4.
So a little confusion there for Warwick on who's going to take the ball out, and it is going to be J-Rod.
Showtime is going to send this one back into play. Ends up with the ball immediately. That's Costco now. Quick pass up the court. They got it right down there. It's Anderson with it now.
Good ball movement. They're working down, taking some time here. Shot clock is now down to 15.
They're already closing in on the final 3 minutes. That's Siebert.
Coach Mackey here now urging him to go.
Siebert looking, nope, Costco's gonna take it. He looks for 2, gets it. 64-51 now, 13 points, again the lead.
Wildcats worked 30 seconds there off of the game clock and still were able to get the basket.
Cannot allow that if you're Cornwall. You need to score quickly and get the ball back quickly. That one almost stolen right there. Cornwall, huge high passes right now. They're wasting a lot of time right now just trying to find somebody to take a shot. Passing this one around.
Good defense there by the Wildcats.
Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. That one goes up, but no good. And it goes for a second one. The whistle blows.
Dimitrov forced a shot, but he was able to get the bounce, get the rebound, put it back up, and a foul. So the last thing you really wanted to see for the Wildcats was the old school three-point play. And Dimitrov here has a chance to cut it to 10 with just over 2 minutes here left in the ball game.
64-53, a high scoring game compared to what we get to cover most of the time. He's also closing in. We talked about him hitting 1,000, but he's also closing in on 30 total points here tonight. This would be 29 if he sinks this basket. Couldn't do so. Warwick gets the ball back.
You can see he's a little bit tired out there. He's been carrying the load for the Green Dragons.
I mean, 28 points out of a 53-point game. It's a lot of points. That's Siebert. He makes 2 men goes through the middle of them, but he just wasn't able to connect with the basket.
Not a great decision there by Luke. You want to work some clock there with 2 minutes. No reason to force that.
Now under 2 minutes to go. Shot, no good, but Cornwall got the rebound. Attempted 3 right there, no good either. Do they get the rebound again? No. Oh, contact. One player down. It's 23. You can't see who the Wildcat is.
That was Lucas Siebert there going after a loose ball, and I think they called him for a foul. Tough break there. He was just really going after the loose ball, and we had a collision.
Very incidental.
And I think that's going to be 5 here for Luca. I think he's going to foul out of the game here. But a heck of an effort. He's always out there hustling. Another one of the 7 players here tonight I have in class or had last year. Luca's one of them. And he's another guy that gives 100% out here for Warwick.
So as Siebert will come out, I'm sure somebody will come in to fill in the final. Minute 45-ish that we have left in this game. As Cornwall will check this one back into play. Took a split second to find a guy there. Throws it all the way to the rim. Couldn't get through, though, and Warwick got the rebound. And they could really just run out the clock at this point.
Yeah, take your time here with the ball. Don't do anything stupid.
64-53 is not only the score, but an 11-point gap.
And Cornwall choosing not to foul here.
I think they're kind of comfortable. Oh, I was going to say comfortable.
Coach Mackey here calls timeout with 15 seconds on the play clock. He wants to settle the team down, make sure that they don't let anything get away from him here. Minute 13 left, and he's going to draw up a play here. And Cornwall has let all his time run down, so at this point, you're probably not going to foul. They're probably going to just try to play defense here.
I was going to ask if you're Cornwall. I mean, only, guesstimating here about 70-something seconds left on the clock. What do you do at this point?
They're in a tough spot. What they're going to have to do is try to get a steal here off the inbounds and really turn that into a fast break opportunity for them. But it's pretty tough to be down 11 with a minute 13 and you don't have the ball. Now, I've seen some crazier things happen, but they really are behind the 8 ball right now. They're going to have to force a turnover, and they're going to need to work some magic here if they want to pull this one out. Dimitrov, though, is urging his teammates on. You could tell he's the senior leader here. He's taking charge. He is like a coach on the floor, and he's kind of running the show out there.
We talk about it. Remember, he wanted to hit that amount of points, but he also wants the team to win.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to worry about the points. He's really just got to worry about trying to come in here and steal a W.
11 point is a big deficit, though. His final 5 seconds on the shot clock. Vreeland's got to give it to someone or take it himself. Oh, and a whistle blows. I believe he might have stepped out of bounds. Oh.
It looked like he called timeout.
Oh,
There was only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Instead of taking a bad shot, senior leadership called timeout, and now Coach Mackey's going to have to draw up a play so that they can get a quick shot off.
And 2 seconds on the shot clock, that's got to be extremely difficult to come up with something, right?
You basically got to catch and shoot at this point. Look for somebody to come off the screen. I'm sure he's probably drawing something up where you can have a player just come off the screen and take a shot. And, you really want to try to get a good look at the basket at this point.
And if you're Cornwall, more seconds just ticked off the clock right there. Not much.
At this point, 2 seconds on the shot clock, you just don't want to give Warwick a good look at the basket. And what that means is a wide open shot. You want to make them force a tough shot, and then Cornwall's kind of get the rebound and go the other way and make something happen quickly.
And they got to do it really quickly if they want to get in this game, because 11 points in just a minute is very difficult to do. Warwick, Rodriguez was the one who went for the shot right there.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. He was falling the wrong way, and that's a shot clock violation since he did not hit the rim.
So Cornwall gets this ball, as they also get to inbound it. 64-53 the game. And at this point, you got to just run it down there and heave it up, right?
Dimitrov's looking to go to the basket, but, the twos are only going to help you so much.
I think he was trying to hopefully get a foul, maybe.
And he was trying to get a quick 2. But you're still down 9. Cornwall with another timeout here, and they're going to try to set up some pressure. But 45 seconds is a tall task for the Green Dragons here as they are visiting here in Warwick. Warwick just got to be smart here. Don't do anything crazy here. Control the ball. Don't take any bad shots. Don't turn the ball over. I'm assuming if Cornwall doesn't get a quick steal here, they will foul.
That it would be presumably their only chance to really get back in this game. They're down 9. 64-50. I seen that right? 64-55.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing, though. They only have 2 team fouls. So if they foul right now, it will not send Warwick to the line.
Which is what's interesting.
It's a tough spot to be in because obviously you foul to get the other team to shoot so that you can get the ball if they miss, and that's not the case here.
I'd also like to mention Dimitrov just hits 30 points on the game. So another impressive statistic to add on.
That's a big number in high school considering how many minutes we play. That's equivalent to 45 in an NBA game.
Oh, no. There's the foul. You saw he couldn't get into the ball, so instead of Rodriguez running down the clock, you're going to foul.
But again, it's not a shooting foul. It's only the 3rd team foul, so they got to foul a couple more times before they send them to the line.
They have some, never thought I'd say this, they have some fouls to play with.
Yeah, normally it's good when your team hasn't committed a lot of fouls, but in this case it's working against them.
And that one, again, they're just trying to limit the amount of clock damage. We're under 40 seconds now, so you know what they say in basketball, 40 seconds can take 3 minutes, just on fouls and timeouts and all of those other.
Well, Cornwall, though, does not have a whole lot of timeouts left. They keep calling them, so that's another thing to keep in mind here.
They missed that steal. They had a real opportunity to get it right there. Vreeland has it now. They don't have enough time. They're going to have to take a shot, but they can effectively run out the clock. As you see, they are trying to do. Final 20 seconds now as the time's continuing to tick down. Rodriguez just handling the ball around about just under, close to 11 seconds.
Yeah, Cornwall elected not to foul there until late, so 11 seconds in the game, down 9. So J-Rod going to the line here.
I'd like to think that's never say never, but next to impossible.
Well, unless you're Reggie Miller, going back to the magic that he pulled at Madison Square Garden, and even that was not 9 points.
I saw 6 in college a couple of years ago in 0.6 seconds, but you're asking a lot. Rodriguez, second attempt right here. Basket is no good. In the final 7-6 seconds, a shot for 3 right there. And as Warwick gets the rebound, that is going to end the game here at Warwick Valley High School as the Warwick Valley Wildcats win 64-55 over the Cornwall Central Dragons. Don't go anywhere because we have a post-game coverage.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back here, everybody, to Warwick Valley High School. Coming off of a Warwick Valley Wildcats victory over the Cornwall Central Dragons, 64-55. I am Makai Winfrey, and joining me in our postgame, first off, we have 2 stars, but Jaden Rodriguez. Jaden, first game back in the lineup here tonight, and coming off a big team win, what's the feeling, what's the emotion coming out here?
We're feeling good tonight. Coming off an injury sucks, but I knew I had to be here and support my guys, play through it. We got a big stretch of games coming up. Playoffs are coming. We had a hard-fought loss against Goshen last Friday, and we just knew we had to pick it up. We played the best basketball that we played all season. We played together, and we played the Warwick type of basketball.
And I'm also joined here by Garrett Shernicki. Garrett, you were guarding Jack Demetrio, one of the top scorers in the A45 and our league. So, how does it feel to be able to stop him tonight and be able to come home with a Wildcat W?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really talented player. I mean, he just scored his 1,000th point, but I think we did a pretty good job of shutting down him and their big guys because they have a pretty big lineup. But we played really hard on defense, and it feels good to be back in the win column. And it'll be nice to see the rankings come out, and Warwick will be on top.
And I'm finally joined here by my co-star, Mr. Summerlad. Thank you for joining me, of course, in our substitution for Anthony Mazza.
Thanks for having me.
So, any final thoughts coming out of tonight's game?
Yeah, so as we saw, the Wildcats played 11 players in the first quarter. I've never seen that before. And they were able to use their depth basically against a superstar that Warwick had. And really, against that Cornwall had. Warwick just wore them down. And we saw they were able to really stretch it out into the fourth quarter and come out with the victory.
And that is going to do it here for our coverage at Warwick Valley High School of the Warwick Valley Wildcats, who win 64-55 over the Cornwall Central Dragons, moving to 10-7 and sending the Cornwall Central Dragons again down to 12-4. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time on Warwick Valley Television.